their mind in that game, but we could not actually take more calls. But today you can actually call him to tell us what you think about that game and other things we are going to talk about today. Remember, Lookman won the African best player yesterday. He is the best player in Africa. He deserves it, and kudos to him. I love the way he dressed that occasion. He was wearing this abada, and he was speaking Yoruba, which was funny. Cool. Which was funny when he was speaking that Yoruba when he did that introduction before he started speaking English. Okay, so welcome to the show. We're going to talk about all that on the show. Remember, guys, we are live on YouTube at Vote FM Sports. We are live now on YouTube at Vote FM Sports. Join us, drop your comments. I will be reading your comments live here in the studio. I am here with my guys to talk about all this on the show. Good morning, also. How are you?
I'm good. Good morning. The guy just go represent. He represent us well, and I believe everybody expected him to win it, and he won it. He brought it home. This is when you think it's coming home, and he really came home. Welcome to the show, guys.
Good morning, John. How are you?
Good morning. Fantastic morning to you, dear listener. Welcome to another exciting show.
Okay, let's start with the Lookman Award. Lookman won the African Best Footballer of the Year. If you look at the contestant that actually was there, but everybody knew. It was obvious that there was everybody knew that it's going to shake.
It was a clear-cut winner, like, you know, any other thing would have, you know, the gap larger. For paying me,
because when we saw Final 5 and we saw Adingra, I said, okay, fine, assist in the no, the guy play well. No, like.
Why did they give this Adingra guy?
Wait. You get what they do. You know they get what person go do. You go to say they don't rig election. Adingra for Final 5. Mo Salah wetin happen to am? In numbers for Premier League dey there. Mo Salah numbers for Premier League dey there. Wetin happen to am? Sadio Mane for Saudi in numbers dey up. Wetin happen to am? He no dey. Then for Senegal in the AFCONs, okay, fine. Then only one assist for final, and he named it for Final 5. If na AFCON they use look, then William supposed to be Ballon d'Or winner because he keeps penalty. This guy supposed to be for Final 5. William for South Africa. He's supposed to be for Final 5. And in the our very own goalkeeper, Nwabali, supposed to be for Final 5 because he say penalty. The South African goalkeeper now say penalty. He just plenty. Controversy just excess. He full everywhere. He choke.
The stuff is that Ekong won the in that AFCON won the best player of the tournament, and he wasn't even made it.
Truth Ekong, defender of the tournament, best player of the tournament. He not there for Final 5. So the controversy for this award just plenty. But thank God say the right thing. Nice thing, because if you look at club records for Truth Ekong last season, it was there or thereabout. He not really there for the conversation. But for the AFCON, he did. So you say, okay, let's take him out because of club matters. But Lookman for his club was top notch. I think that for his club was okay, but it wasn't really in the conversation. The only AFCON we see him for Brighton, we don't really see him last season. And Sofati last season bench him.
You know, for me Brighton, personally, I feel there are certain young African players that have not been put on the spotlight, and they wanted to use this year's CAF awards to put them on that spotlight.
No, see, and again, I was telling them about Gurasi. Gurasi 30 goals previous season.
Yes.
You know the Dortmund, no being follow Dortmund go final. I think it was in Stuttgart then or thereabout.
Yeah.
You get 30 goals, fine record for Bundesliga player. For AFCON, nothing. In number, no data.
He deserves to be on that list for his performance in the Bundesliga. Saying that is just bias coming from you. He deserves to merit him.
I just the talk. Maybe if I Stuttgart now go this thing. He know the Dortmund now. After 1 year in the Dortmund. Wait till be numbers. If in numbers they up for the 30 goals in all.
Go check out his number this season. Last season he had a fantastic season.
30 goals in all competition.
Yes.
You get the winner. Well, we should more come on winner. More talk about other players we did here. We not supposed did here. He's supposed to for top 10, no wahala. But final 5.
Top 5, yes. He's supposed to top 5, yes.
Final 5, the man where they score last minute goal till Leverkusen reach European finals. He not there. He didn't there. Victor Boniface.
He not supposed to.
He was scoring goals for
he didn't do well.
He didn't do well.
He didn't do well. He didn't come to the AFCON. That's part of the
yes.
He didn't come.
Yes.
Affected him there. So I think that's what part of thing that affected
his numbers for Leverkusen. What about that?
It was good, but it wasn't that.
If you go look at everybody that has numbers for their club last season, least go reach 1,000. What do you mean by that?
No, I just talk say players are supposed to. I don't call 3 way supposed to that list. They know they.
I just believe say you are a champion for all these conspiracy theories.
Not be conspiracy theory
yes,
for
now
football.
because
if why you do well, why they go conspiracy theory?
Why are you crying over somebody that was not in the AFCONs and had an average season? Just like you telling me now that because Carvajal did 6 goals or 7 goals last season, his highest goal record for a club, in a season. He hit that, and then he won trophy and won this one, that they should give him world best. He dey whine me.
I not test me. I say me in the
They
for
whine
final
me.
3 and in the. Is it for my final? Now my own personal 3 in the. Because let's say look now season.
Baba,
No,
if
wait,
if
John,
you are going to
understand?
reward somebody for
Understand?
mediocrity,
No,
understand
see,
that there are
understand?
10,000 people on that
John,
list
John,
with better record
John,
in the same position,
John,
who can do the job better and who should be acknowledged as well too.
for the right back position.
Yes.
Name 5 will do better than Cavani.
Baba, how many people score past Cavani last season?
No, name for right back position. You want to go that?
See over 10
we are talking about
that scored more than
we're
Cavani.
talking about this person now, AFCON player. But you want to go through the European and World Player of the Year. Name me 3 right backs or 2 right backs in the world that did better than Cavani last season. I'm not talking about all his season. No. Last season. Last season.
Yes.
How many tackles does Trent have?
Bro, go look at the stats,
right,
man.
we talk about attack.
We can have that conversation. Pull it up and we can have the conversation.
We're talking about attacks. In attack, you're there or thereabout. In defense, you're there or thereabout. In passes completed, you're there or thereabout.
Bro,
it's not you're there or maybe.
Same with 50 players in Europe who you don't know about.
And now I don't know about the rest of those other 50, but I give you one.
I give you another one too.
And you give me Trent and Trent's numbers.
Yes.
And Trent numbers no match Cavani number last season.
You know match Cavani number.
Last season, you know match up.
Wow. Okay, let's stay with Lookman. I think Lookman did very well. If you look at his performance last season, he is the best player in Africa. Nobody could actually contest about it. But generally, and this season he's taking Atlanta. They are first in the Serie A, which we are going to talk about briefly on this show. If you look at the Champions League, they are in a way to qualify for the knockout stage. I think he is just well deserved. Nobody is going to argue about who is winning or not.
We know, me and John now we don't argue about who winner because we know he deserve him. He supposed did there. I think in the semi-finals, his goals qualified Atlanta for the finals, and his goals gave Atlanta the trophy.
True talk.
If you minus this guy a goal, you know, Atlanta don't get anything.
True talk.
He's 15 plus goals in the league last season. I think 15 or 20 plus goals in the league last season gave Atlanta at least where they finished in the top 4. You get Atlanta. We felt like, okay, since we're going to win the what's it called now, the Europa League.
Yes.
They first of all secure their place on top 4 first. The rest for that one. In case they don't win the Europa League, they go Champions League the next season. And as they come back the next season, you get as they fight that match, reach the Europa League final, they just go secure themselves the win, and they won it. See, fair and square. They fought hard to be where they are, and he fought hard to be where he is, because this is a player I saw in the Premier League. I think it was for this before they dropped Leicester City before they dropped back, and people told me Patson Daka was better than him. That Patson Daka is there to bench him, and that season he left. I think it was on loan, and he left back. And he went back to where he came from, and from there he went to Atlanta. And since he arrived at Atlanta, he has been the spotlight, the headlight, the everything light. Because if that light no shine, the motor will get accident. It's just what it is.
Okay, good season for him. Undeniable winner.
Let's move read some of our comments on our YouTube. If you look at our YouTube, they are talking about Lookman and Emmanuel Okiti. Before I give you the full list of the winners of that AFCON award yesterday, Emmanuel Okiti on our YouTube is saying, congratulations to Lookman, fully deserved award.
Yes.
It's okay. He's also saying, I don't understand the expectation of Morocco. Which Adrenga leave Amjo.
Not be Morocco na Cote d'Ivoire. Nine to the assist say cause na the finals. Nine assist, nine collect trophy for na hand.
Emmanuel is also saying Ekong was the best player in the tournament and didn't make CAF 11. That's a joke.
Another controversy. John go say be king of controversy.
King of controversy.
He not make the first 11 for the team. How?
Okay. He's also saying, John, I disagree with you. In an African year, you use AFCON as the standard. A player who did well in AFCON should supersede any club performance. Lookman, he's also saying Lookman was based on both AFCON and also club, not just club. So I think both of them did. I think Lookman deserves.
See, I think if we are building this award based on meritocracy, you have to undermine that AFCON when you have stellar performers that are doing well, which is why Lookman is the prime candidate, prime choice for that award. Nobody else. Nobody put up a better number for last season. Nobody else has a better trophy haul for last season. He deserves it. Now, if you are coming to the other position on that list, you can have your conspiracies where you want, but they finish where they finish, and I think you are crying over spilled milk.
Okay, Lookman won the African Best Player of the Year of 2024, so kudos to him. And he's his way to win probably a back-to-back. Remember, Nigeria has won back-to-back award. Osimhen winning, I think, last year's own, and Lookman winning this year's own. So Nigerians are doing well. We are representing Africa. But let me give you the list of the awards that happened yesterday in CAF. The CAF Player of the Year men is Ademola Lookman of Nigerian Atlanta. CAF Player of the Year for women category is Banda.
Yes,
Baba Banda is from Zambia. Goalkeeper of the Year is Williams of South Africa. Goalkeeper of the Year for women is Chiamaka Nnadozie
better
from
hand.
Nigeria.
Hand with the save things. Saver of the year.
And CAF Interclub Player of the Year men is Williams too from Williams from South Africa. And CAF Interclub Player of the Year for women is Sana. Sana is from Morocco. CAF Young Player of the Year is Kamara from Senegal. CAF Young Player of the Year for women is Doha. Doha is from Morocco. CAF Coach of the Year is the African coach. Emasfe. He's the man. I think he's the coach of the Moroccan team that won the AFCON.
Yes.
CAF National Team of the Year men is Cote d'Ivoire. CAF National Team of the Year women is Nigeria. CAF Club of the Year for men is Al Ali of Egypt.
Now he always be there. Who won't come out from their hands now? He always be there. And then they there.
CAF Club CAF Club of the Year for women is TC Mazembe of Congo for women. Okay, then if you look at the top 11 of the top 11 for AFCON this year is a 3-4-3. If you look at it, the goalkeeper is Onana.
How?
Because Onana played only 2 games or 3 games.
Yes, that's the
You see, okay, another conspiracy. This is a marketing stunt because Onana not supposed to be there. Morocco goalkeeper Bono supposed to be there or thereabout. Williams
that won the.
Williams will be goalkeeper of the year. No can be goalkeeper for the 11. How? Yeah. Another conspiracy. You go ask yourself that question. Nwabali way they do well for South Africa and Nigeria's national team. He did well in the AFCON, went to the finals, had more clean sheets. He's not in the list. Okay. So where how Onana take jump these 2 people?
So Onana is if you look at their CAF Best Player of the Year is Onana. Is for goalkeeper is Onana. For the defense is the formation they chose is 3-4-3. So
but the lineup we see now 4-3-3.
For defense is Hakimi of Morocco, Koulibaly for Senegal, Mbambe. I don't know where he's playing. Then for midfielder he could do
Mbambe from South Africa.
Wait now, Ekong is not here.
Ekong no day. Okay, you never conspiracy never hit you.
That's why TV is saying on YouTube. Ekong did not make the first 11, even though he is the player of the tournament, which is supposed to be considered. But they actually put Koulibaly here.
Chance Mbambe from South Africa.
So if you look at the midfield, it's Kudus.
Mohamed Kudus.
Kudus is here.
For Ghana.
Amrabat is there.
Messi
is there. Busuma is there. And for attack is Salah, Victor Osimhen, and Lookman. So that is what they chose as their starting their first 11 for this year's CAF award. So kudos to all the winners. Kudos to especially Lookman for winning the CAF Men's Footballer of the Year. Okay, let's move on from that to other games. In the weekend we talked about we're going to talk about other leagues. Yesterday we focused majorly on the Premier League, which we talked about yesterday. But today let's talk about the other leagues because it's happening everywhere in the other leagues, especially in the La Liga. In the weekend we're going to talk about the 3 games. The 3 big boys because Barcelona lost at home at the Nou Camp. Imagine that Barcelona lost and Real Madrid drew.
Yeah.
Yes.
That one I pay me pass. That one pay me reach my goal.
How they scoffed the opportunity to top more points.
Okay. They even top the table.
The results there for those 3 clubs that we're going to talk about is Barcelona 0, Leganes 1. Atletico Madrid 1. Getafe 0. So Atletico winning that their game. Then Rayo Vallecano 3, Real Madrid 3. Okay, let's talk about the Barcelona game. Barcelona is losing points and losing games, even though they are still top, but they are just the same points with Atletico Madrid, 1 point behind Real Madrid. But the problem is that Atletico Madrid and Real Madrid have a game in hand.
Yes.
So if they win that game in hand or draw that game in hand, they are going to top them. But generally, if you look at let's talk about the Barcelona game first. What do you make of that game? Then losing against Leganes at home.
You know, it's I don't know how to put it now. I think it's to be expected because this is the La Liga. The La Liga is highly unpredictable. You can go, you say it's a Barcelona, they should be winning Leganes, and Leganes have been putting chaplets in water since beginning of season to beat Barca, and they go ahead and they do it. It's all about strategy. If you see the way they played and the way they control the game, but for me, I think Barcelona are having a mirror effect of what City are having, which is when your only top performing striker is not scoring, who else comes in to contribute and carry that load? There's nobody. And I keep saying it. Now, Nonso is going to counter me and tell me there is Fried Rice Torres or there is one other player in that team. But at the end of the
John, leave who. See, players go old, players go replace them. Though those replacements go hard to come by. We know. Ferran Torres, they bidded, it was a bidding war. They took Ferran Torres from Man City. Before Man City went to bring in Alvarez. Yes or no? Okay, now the guy named Man City.
The guy named Man City, no be starter. Now
for the same place where be no be academy product for Man City.
Product.
No be academy income from Spain. I think from Valencia also.
Whether from Valencia, 2 million or 3 million from
Valencia, in the fight for captain ban and in the start of Valencia, in the fight for the thing I say, in the next so and so year, I guess be captain of the club. But Scotland say we don't see that project possible in the next possible maybe longer than that maybe. And he say no, he won't leave. Then he left for Man City. Now, as good as he is, Man City paid the fee to get him in. And after a couple of years, Guardiola say this guy don't really want the style of play where they play, and he said now go back, make him go improve himself. Now Barca has a Lewandowski that cannot be benched. You can't bench Lewandowski because he's a goal machine. Now they now got another 2 players. Now it's not Ferran Torres fried according to Jason and Fried Rice Torres. Fried Rice Torres and Pau Victor. These 2 players are good. In front of goal, they are prolific. Just give them their time. You can't expect an Endrick now to come into Real Madrid side and start firing. First, I think the first 2 matches Endrick came for Real Madrid, he fired and everybody felt like he has arrived. They arrived like that. Now small boy, you go just learn. You don't just expect them to just come. You don't expect a Garnacho to just come in and replace a Ronaldo. You don't expect a Yamal to just come in and replace a Messi. At some point, you go see that touch of Messi no there. And for Pau Victor or for Ferran Torres, that touch of Lewandowski is not there. So they have to work around it. They have to give them more time to get that touch. Because now still experience, you go use get that touch. If you don't get the play time, if you don't get the experience, you won't have that touch.
Okay, that they losing that game. Hans Flick is dropping points everywhere. I don't know why. They started well in the La Liga, but now they are dropping points. Okay, let's talk about Real Madrid because Real Madrid again dropped 2 points. That game was a funny game. One of the controversies there was the penalty that Vini was looking for. Even everybody was talking about it. Ancelotti was talking about it. La Liga, even Real Madrid social media platform has to post it that's a penalty. And I don't even understand why it's a penalty, but La Liga refused, decided not to give it as a penalty. But that game ended 3-3 after they considered first and came back
2.
They only 2. They made it 2-2. They made it 3-2. Then they made it 3-3.
If you see that game, you go pity for Real Madrid.
They considered the first goal in within 4 minutes. Considered the second in I think 20th or 30th minute. That's 2. And this is the same thing we keep talking about. Real Madrid slipping through games. How do you go to these people's home and in 4 minutes or 30 minutes you've collected two knockout punches?
Because we are Real Madrid.
Okay.
Because they are Real Madrid. I know it's that way. Come let's say I follow for them.
You follow.
Because they are. If team are the biggest team in the world, you got support them. As it stands now, I believe that there is one mind support Al Ahly of Egypt. Because they're the biggest team for the world. I don't want to know if anybody want to talk about them. They are the biggest team in the world. So if team are one of the biggest team in the world, you guys close eye support them with one side of your conscience. Real Madrid went into that game. Okay, John will say they went into that game sleeping. They slept.
Yes.
They slept during the game or through the game. No wahala, but they performed. They rocket from Valverde from outside, from about 30 yards out was one of those goals. It was, say, if that moment don't there's a comeback to it. And the comeback happened. Nobody say the comeback now. The comeback happened. Valverde, Jude Bellingham, Rodrigo with the assist first of all, then with his own personal goal. You get faking it, then playing it with his left. Good performance, good goal from him. I can't say okay 3-2. Vini still the bench. At that point, Vini the bench. Some other top players the bench. I'll be like, if Real Madrid do sub like this, people don't die. If Real Madrid do sub like this, it's over. 7-0. 7. These two they don't score na 7. Then before I go, make I go do one or two, make I go come out small water for my body, come back. I see 3-3. I ask myself how? What's happening here? And the match ended like that. And they kept on fighting. It's not that Real Madrid didn't fight. They went into that game sleeping. I understand that. But they fought for the results and they fought to get that win. But it wasn't coming through because
how can you come through when you are chasing a game? How can you come through when you are chasing a game?
At this point now, John, let me not shock you now. At this point, they were not chasing the game. The game was chasing them. Because they were up 3-2. They were up 3-2, and the star players, the men that
and they conceded. That's the thing.
See, they conceded 2 at first.
Nothing you will say will clear any doubt about 2 key factors for Real Madrid that has been recurring in the Champions League and following them in the La Liga. Number 1, they sleep through games
and they win games.
They sleep through games
and
one.
They win it.
Number 2, clear ball watching and loss of attention in the game.
But they win matches.
Irrespective.
But they win matches.
Irrespective. It's simple.
That game, I just feel like they could have won because after the subs, I feel like the subs let their heads down. They let the coach down because after those subs, Vini coming in, we know say as Vini don't enter like this, at least Vini get at least 1 assist. He no do at all.
It's not written in the stars. It's not written in stone. It's not set in stone. This is what I don't like. When fans are, what will I call it now? Shambolic or when you are over sentimized about an outcome. Vini entering the match, he must assist or he must score.
He must score.
He
must score, but Simple. It didn't happen last night.
Okay. So I don't like I don't like playing games based on assumptions or coming into a match based on we are Real Madrid who will be.
John.
Because look at the market.
John.
It's 3-3.
John, wait.
John,
I want to ask you a question now. Let's leave Real Madrid aside. God no verse, make I carry this guy go Man City. Small.
Let's go there.
God no verse. You get Haaland for bench. You get KDB for bench. You get Foden for bench.
These are not players in the same position.
Wait now, wait.
No, but are they in the same position?
John, wait. I want to ask. It's a clear-cut question I'm asking. You get these are your star players, not position. It's the star player of the team. These people, once they are there, they win matches. Now, these 3 people come. Then Rodri come the bench. 4, they bench. They must they win 1-0. Then you can't do sub. Haaland enter. You want tell me now say Haaland no get goal for that match?
Haaland no fit even dey bench because na him go start.
Now see, you want put things for perspective. I don't help you put that for perspective now. I don't put that for perspective now. Your imagination don't lost because now for Real Madrid side now your imagination they up to top. But now I don't put that for perspective for your team side now. Your imagination don't lost. And if Haaland, okay, what if Haaland Alvarez, for instance, so more use them again. For instance, Alvarez starts. Other people start. Foden they bench, KDB they bench, Rodri they bench, Haaland they bench. And nobody say they go put all of them. They just put like 3, maybe KDB, Rodri, and Foden. Then Haaland no go enter. Then coach can say, oh, since we win 1-0, we don't need to put Haaland. Make him just rest for next match. Or they win 1-0. Then you can say something can happen for that match. You can say no, may I put Haaland and KDB. You want them to say Man City no go score extra 2 goals.
It's depending.
Possibility they say they will score.
Yes, there's possibility.
But this one,
but
it didn't happen.
Before you deploy those people, you know which position you are in. If you are
in a winning position,
if you are in a winning position,
yes,
and you are in a game you need to close out, bro, what do? You do what Slot is doing at Liverpool. You conserve, you defend, you make sure you conserve your lead, and you walk away with
one of my favorite managers just said the best form of defense
3
is attack.
points.
Okay, that game ended.
That's what gets you the 3-3 results. Enjoy it.
That game ended 3-3 and Real Madrid dropping 2 points. And okay, if you go to our YouTube channel, okay, Emmanuel is saying, how is Onana there? He is not even a regular for his country. I had a horrible season for Manchester United. I don't even know.
He had the best season before the season.
I don't even know why he made that top 11. But,
marketing strategy.
So he's also saying, so how come you they take support West Ham now? So he's asking you.
Because I smart die.
Okay, let's move on to another La Liga game that happened. Another title contender there is Atletico Madrid. Atletico Madrid won that game against Getafe. Solos scoring in the 69 minutes to give them the one goal in. I Atletico gradually are building. They started off not well,
Straight
but
up.
they are building gradually and they are moving.
You know, this not me I can tell you, you know, say this is a pattern. Once in 3 years, once in 4 years. Once in 4 years, once in 3 years, they come out and win a trophy. You get? I think since Simeone came in, they've won 2 La Liga titles since Simeone came into the fold. And this is another pattern for me. This is like they are for my eye, and I believe that they go for the third one, but I'm not going to rule on it yet. I'm just thinking. It's just playing in my imagination that they are looking to go for the third one, because how can they come into this league with the introduction of what's it called, Alvarez, Julian Alvarez, Solot, and some other couple of players that they brought in, Gallagher and all of those players. New season, so they'll have to struggle. 9 weeks rule, it affects them. You understand? But this guy has played in the La Liga before. Solot, he played. I think he played for Girona also in the La Liga before. Is it Girona or Getafe? He played for the La Liga.
I think they brought him from Villarreal.
Sorry, from Villarreal. Not the guy from what's it called, Dobic, was the one that went to Roma from Girona. Now this guy from Villarreal came to he's playing in the La Liga. You get? So he's not supposed to have that 9 weeks rule. Not supposed to affect him. But because the new system, the new style of play, it will affect him. The new culture
normally,
it will affect him. But it won't be that 9 weeks long. But I think for him, he came in, first 2 matches he was off the bench. He started scoring goals. Gradually, he started moving. You get? And now they are second place in the La Liga, same point in Barcelona. Same point in Barcelona. Good game for them. Good. If you see the way they even played that game, you know that their heart, their soul, and spirit was in that match to win it.
Okay, your guy played that game, Alvarez. I think they have a good striking options. Alvarez
and
Solot and Griezmann.
Yes.
Those 3 are, and they have this Argentine guy, Korea too. He's the first strikers. I think he likes strikers. When he comes to Atletico, they don't joke with strikers.
You know, go back and look at strikers that they've had. They've had the likes of Forlan, they've had like Kun Aguero, Torres, men them. You know, they've always had. And for me, Costa too. For me, I feel any team, like for example now my team, if you let me have my way with City now, we should have at least top 3 strikers in Europe in the squad. Simple.
Okay, if you look at the La Liga table, the top 4 is Barcelona with 38 points, and in second position is Atletico Madrid with, after Barcelona played 18 games with 38 points. Atletico Madrid is second with, after 17 games they have a game in hand with 38 points. Real Madrid has after 17 games 37 points, so they are just 1 point behind.
But you know the problem now. The problem now is these 2 teams, Real Madrid versus Barcelona, Real Madrid and Atletico, their game at hand now is a very tough one.
It doesn't matter. It's still, I think Real Madrid is playing Valencia. So I don't think if they play well they will win. But let's see what happens in the top 4. Top position is Atletico Bilbao Atletico Club now, which the Arsenal is there at 33 points. And if you look at the relegation battle, they are fighting it over in that relegation battle there. So let's see who is going to survive in that relegation. If you look at the top 3, Valencia is last on the table. And the 19th position, the Valladolid is 19, and the 18th is Espanyol. These are the 3 candidates for relegation this season. But the surprising there is Valencia. They still bottom of that table. I don't even understand, because Valencia used to be a top 4. They don't win the league.
No, at least
top 6, top 4. They produce a whole lot of players. Then the Mendieta,
David Silva.
Let's go to Mendieta.
Guys, come Mendieta. Talk about Quaresma. Talk about men. It's talent over plenty.
It's not about producing talent. It's about maintaining status quo. Being in the league, not going and fighting relegation battle.
Okay, let's move over to the Serie A. Serie A happened yesterday. A game happened yesterday, and it was a trashing. Away from home. Inter Milan trashed Lazio.
Inter Milan doing justice.
6-0. They went to Lazio. This is Lazio that beat
Napoli 2 matches back to back.
Yes.
And Inter Milan went there and scored 6. But if you look at the results of the weekend and the Serie A, Empoli 0, Torino 1, Cagliari 0, Atlanta 1. Lookman team are top of the table. Udinese 1, Napoli 3. And our draw masters,
Juventus.
That's why I'm actually giving you this fixture, because of Juventus. Juventus or Juventus is 2, Venezia 2, Lecce 2, Monza 1, Bologna 1, Fiorentina 0, Parma 2, Verona 3, Como winning Roma 2-0. AC Milan and Genoa played a 0-0 draw, and the game that happened yesterday is Lazio 0, Inter Milan 6. So let's start with the Inter Milan game. It was a surprising result for me. I wasn't watching it, but I was following that game online, and I was wondering what is happening. It was about 40th minute, it was 0-0. Then from the 45th minute, 41st minute,
Rain
it
started.
started raining goals everywhere. And
If
what is
August
happening?
wants
And I was thinking probably maybe these people got a red card. That's why this
No
is
red
happening.
cards.
No red card. They were just conceding goals everywhere.
The team say it pained me. I don't even know if I'll talk about this game now because this match I went in with this match like at all my guys will perform. You get the Dele Bashirus and all of that. They will show up. The Noslim Tijani, all these boys are good. They will show up.
Why didn't you start them?
They will represent. But all of a sudden, I saw the lineup and I gave up. You want to play a lineup that holds on to the ball. And against these people, against Napoli, you play the lineup that hold on to the ball, but you also play the lineup that could also attack.
Attack, of course.
But in this game, you played a lineup that could hold on to the ball, but defend more. Because there was no creativity of any sort in the lineup.
This is where we come back to the point of managers who are
you're scared of the game. You already lost the game before you even started.
Don't steal my thunder. Managers who are seasoned thinkers like Ateta somewhere in England.
You
tinker with play. No, not tinker with tactics. Tinker with players. Game like this where you will start some good guys. Just why is Bashiru not starting this game in the first place? Why is Bashiru not starting? You look at some of the other players that they benched and started some other people. Look at the people in that way. You move Pedro now out of his position, played him behind the striker. What's he doing in that position? This is why I say think colors, you go learn, no worry.
And when you think out with tactics and think out with the player position, I feel like, okay, fine, this players it could be like Pedro playing, at some point when we saw Rafinha playing behind the striker, I was saying, I told you it's fluid. And we are seeing the fluidity in the backer side. But in this one, we didn't see the fluidity. Everybody just stood to their position. Everybody was like, the position they were playing was where they just ran to. Okay, and it became a problem, and you couldn't make forward passes. And when Pedro gets the ball and wants to go on the counter, he's only seeing one person in front of him. And two people against three defenders. It's just like 2 against 3 defenders in Inter Milan. It's a problem. Inter Milan I've seen this and I'll say it for a record. Inter Milan has had the best defense in Serie A for generations. When they want to defend, they defend with their life.
One thing I just want to add is that Inter Milan are starting to look like mantle has fallen on them, because they are about to go on a run that could possibly see them go back to the top. Let's not forget that, they call them champions for a reason. And we are yet to see, even the most outstanding part of this game now is that the main man, anointed Martinez, did not score.
But he give this guy assist.
Of course.
He give Turan assist.
Okay, that game ended 6-0 for Inter Milan. Inter Milan are actually doing well in this league, but they are going to be fighting. If they have a game in hand, if they win that game in hand, and they're going to be in a better place in the La Liga table. Okay, let's talk about another game that is interesting. Is Juventus again drew. Again, if you look at the way Juventus are drawing games, you wonder what is happening. If you look at their records, they are drawing in Champions League, they are drawing everywhere they see, they draw.
Somebody should not use a forbidden word here now.
Everywhere they see, they do. So I don't understand. If you look at the league table, why are you looking at yourself?
You were saying everywhere you see they draw, and he said forbidden word. I'm trying to remember, but I'm trying not to use the forbidden word. And I'm trying not to remember it.
I played 16 games, won 6, and they have drawn 10. 10 games, they have 28 points. They have drawn 10 games. 10 games.
And they are unbeaten.
Don't use this forbidden word. Please. People are spoiling the fun of being unbeaten in a league.
How can you be unbeaten and you are 6th?
See, unbeaten. You can play unbeaten and still relegate.
No way.
You can play unbeaten and still relegate. Calculate it now. Look at Godwin. See, do the maths now. At this point, the team in 19th, check how many points they have. They have 14 points. Yes. At this point, if you are unbeaten, now 1 point.
But and 8 games is 38 points.
38 points.
You will
still relegate.
You will survive. No way. Go and check it. Go and check last season.
Now look at last season. Let's look at it now. Look at last season's table. Then you know that at 38 points you will relegate. Because the last position for
it's not Premier League, it's Serie A table.
Same thing. You go relegate for 38 points. But Juventus now, unbeaten in the league, they went into this game and they scored the early goal. That was now let me pass with that. They scored the early goal. And some people will say they cost them. They scored the early goal and people felt like, oh, the win is about to start. You get the same thing that happened to Real Madrid. Some star players were not starting in that game. So the win is about to 4 minutes, 1 goal. definitely we are winning this
Rain
one.
1-4.
Rain 1-4. 4 minutes, already score goal. Rain 1-4. Then you come back before the end of, I think before 60th minutes, you're already down 2-1. And ask yourself, how did it happen? Waiting happened. Waiting. Did anybody die on the pitch? Did anybody get injured on the pitch? Did anybody just, what happened during this match that will make you concede 2 goals? You didn't do a sub that say, okay, this sub changed the game. Because if there's some game that you're winning and you say, okay, you made a sub, you made a substitution, and because of injury and the tempo of the play kind of changed. It didn't happen like that. It was still flat. Good game, progressive forward, playing their fantastic football, holding on to the ball. How did they manage to concede 2 goals? 2 quick goals at that. You concede one I think they conceded one in the first half and conceded one immediately the second half started.
What in the second half? 61 minutes and 83 minutes.
Now that's 83 minutes, and you fought your way back, and you scored a 90 minutes extra time goal. That's extra. I think it was in 94th minute they scored their
last kick of the game,
and you scored a penalty. Dusan Vlahovic scored a penalty, and that was the end of it. I'm like, why did you give away your 1-goal lead at first?
Okay, Juventus are drawing everywhere.
It pained me.
They are drawing everywhere in the Serie A. 10 draws after 16 games is mad. I can't remember the last time the team have done that. How can you be playing and having 10 draws after 16 games? They are actually playing today, though. They are playing in Coppa Italia. That means the Italian Cup. They are playing Cagliari. They can't draw. Somebody has to win.
Somebody has to win, either by penalty shootout. But we'll see the full-time result first.
Yeah, we'll see the full-time.
Then we'll know if they went into penalties.
You know that when you play probably a cup competition like a Real Madrid, like a Champions League, if after 180 minutes it's a draw, they can't start a draw. Penalties are not part of the whole game. That's why Rodri, they said Rodri is still unbeaten, even though they lost with Real Madrid in the Champions League. So let's see what happens when they play Cagliari, but they are drawing everywhere in the Serie A. But if you look at Napoli winning again, Lukaku scoring, and the pass from our guy, our ex-Manchester United guy,
Scotty
gave him that pass, and Lukaku finishing it.
Scotty McTerminator.
They are actually doing well. They are doing well. 3-1. They won that game 3-1 too.
The guy that terminates anything that comes his way in midfield. He's one of those players. I think he's one of those players that if he had been in Amorim's team,
Amorim would have loved him.
He would have loved him. Yeah. Because in that, now you now visualize, because now you're saying Casemiro. You now visualize. You have Ugarte that wins you ball and retains ball under pressure, and you have Scott McTominay in the same midfield. There's nothing you will tell me that Man United will struggle to. You will not even pass the midfield, because Conte will take you out from. It will terminate you and the ball. While Ugarte will retain the ball, and maybe perhaps Ugarte might now be the ball playing defensive midfielder. But Scotty will not be the one that is reserved, but he will be the one going forward to help Bruno Fernandes in terms of creativity. Then you will say, if Mount is injured, at this point that he went on injury again, you definitely don't need Mount, because Scotty is available. He's a workhorse in that midfield. But I just feel like him in this game now, him and that Napoli side now, there's this instruction Conte has given him. There's this instruction that Conte give him that he's working perfectly with. And that instruction is, go there, have fun. Create chances if you can create chance. If you cannot create the chance, defend and make sure nobody passes you by. And that was what he's doing. He's been doing since he came to Napoli. Whenever he gets the chance to score, it's a beautiful goal. Whenever he doesn't get the chance to score, look at his numbers in midfield. The tackles are there, the interceptions are there. The everything is just top notch for him. And I think it's just a good game that he's at Napoli enjoying himself.
John, let's talk about Fabregas. Come winning Roma 2 goals today.
Yeah, like that's a very, very big scalp. That should be like, let me say, tantamount to winning the Serie A with Como. Very good. Yes, let's not forget that this guy just came into the Serie A, last season, and they've been struggling to win games, and when you win game against a veteran like AS Roma, you need to kill cow and do celebration. Yes.
Okay.
Good win, good game, good players. And another thing I want to just highlight on before we move on is that, you see certain players that were able to bring in come good for them. It's good to see
experience. And if look at the average age.
If you grow up, there's a series that was showing them, they call them the A team. And at the end of the program, they will tell you, it's wonderful when a plan comes together. That's how Fabregas and Henry are feeling right now.
The plan is coming together gradually.
Okay. If you look at the table in the Serie A, Atlanta is first after 16 games with 37 points. So Lookman is, if they keep up the momentum,
powering and firing.
Probably Lookman will win his first league title with Atlanta and probably retain this CAF award next year. In second position is Napoli with after 16 games with 35 points. Inter Milan are just behind them after 15 games with 34 points. And the fourth position is Fiorentina after 15 games. They have a game in hand too, and the other guy game in hand is with Inter Milan. So they have 31 points. Remember, Juventus are still 6 with 28 points. Let's see where they. I'm curious to see where Juventus is going to finish. Imagine being unbeaten and not qualifying for Champions League.
Yeah, you go Europa League now.
Go Europa League. Go win and come back.
Go win and come back. You rest.
I'm curious to see where they are going to end.
Because let's not forget, this is a rebuild season for them.
Definitely. So Europa League is okay for them.
Before we just move on to Bundesliga, we'll talk about maybe a few games in the Bundesliga because Bayer Leverkusen won. Bayern Munich lost, so we'll talk about those games. But let's take phone calls. Number to call is 0706 048 5853. Tell us about this Lookman winning that award and making Nigeria proud. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning, Simon, and everybody in the studio. I greet you now.
Good morning.
Who is Simon? Good morning. Who is Simon, please? Please, name and location, please.
My name is Sonia Vitalis, British Stafford Bridge, aka 199.
Normally.
All right. What do you make of this Lookman award yesterday?
I was very, very grateful. I'm happy to hear that Lookman win this award. It's not easy.
Yeah.
What we are praying to God is that let him not have injury. Because only believe I thought win this Serie A.
Yes.
If Lookman don't have injury, it's like he will retain the title.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. It shows that Nigeria have come again.
Yeah.
So it's what I'm playing. So make him not have injury at all. Make him defeat and make sure that Atlanta will win this Serie A so that he can retain the crown again.
Okay.
For Chelsea, you won't die there.
Yes.
And we are going to carry this league this time. Nobody can stop us.
Okay.
I'm telling you, even West Ham cannot stop us. West Ham cannot stop us.
Yes,
I dey here. West Ham and the Kwage.
I want to beg Tottenham to hold Liverpool responsible. Maybe next week when they'll meet.
Okay.
So we are praying for them to hold Liverpool responsible so that we can see.
No, the bad belly person.
All right. Thank you very much. All right.
No, the bad belly person. Win your own match and praise the other people win their match. May you feel win trophy. May you feel get respect for other people. This bad belly is too much.
048 5853. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Hey,
Name and location, please. Sorry, speak up. What is your name?
AI.
Okay. What is your contribution? What do you make of Lookman's award yesterday?
It's a tough award.
Mm-hmm.
Because I feel like if Akemi had won it according to the rumors we were hearing yesterday, Africa would be in sham.
Yeah, true talk.
Oh, okay. We lost that call. So you were talking about Hakimi.
He said, if Hakimi would have won it.
Yes. I think one Lookman won some of those Moroccan guys started leaving.
They should better leave. Straight up.
Okay. Hello. Good morning.
Good morning, so John and Godwin.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Name and location, please.
Godwin from Bola.
Okay. What is your contribution?
Yes, congratulations to Admiral Lookman, the King of Africa.
Yes.
Yes, the new King of Africa. And it was a very deserved award. And when you look at that award ceremony yesterday, you know that guy is a typical Niger guy.
Yes.
At the ceremony, he was speaking Yoruba. I thought that he was born in England. He will not know how to speak Yoruba, but he was speaking typical Yoruba language. And the native he wanted to come there, the Nigerian native, I was very happy for him. Okay. And that award they give to him will make him to encourage him to do more for Nigeria. And I believe that one day Nigeria will go and carry the AFCON, will carry the World Cup.
Amen.
Baba Ballon d'Or.
Admiral Lookman will be the main man there.
Okay.
And for this thing, for that first 11 of Africa. I don't know what Onana is doing there, and the best Africa goalkeeper is not there. So it's these kind of people. They cannot do one thing to be good. It's either they do one good, they do one bad, or they do one bad, they do one
Normally.
good. They should try to improve that this thing. Onana should not be in that.
No worry, I hand touch everybody, even for FIFA Pro, hand touch person too.
I think they do that in FIFA Pro too.
They did it in FIFA Pro.
The winner of the best players
of the year, no day.
No, I don't know why they do that. Okay, please call us and tell us what you think about that Lookman award. 0706 048 5853. Okay, let's talk about the Bundesliga a little bit because Bayern Munich lost in the weekend 2-1. Okay, let's take this call before we move out to Bundesliga. Hello, good morning.
Good morning, Godwin.
Good morning. Name and location, please.
It's Bishop from Transecum.
All right, Bishop, shoot.
Now, so I'm done. I greet.
Bishop, we greet you special.
Yeah. There's no other bigger news than them at this morning. But starting from the last night news too.
Yeah.
It's the biggest news now. Congratulations to him. Let me join us. He's a award well deserved.
Yes.
Yeah, award well deserved. But we supported him and we saw it coming.
Yeah.
Yes, the good news. I saw the funny news last night. I saw it on social media about what is name Hakimi.
Yes.
Cap, he's seen something this morning.
They for don't drag Cap online.
Yeah, for good luck to the comment section. Even Hakimi, trust Nigerians now, they will come after you. But this is the only African player that was nominated in Ballon d'Or. He ended up 14th. So which means that the highest rated African player the world recognized. Then what is in Africa? He was unlucky not to have won the Nations Cup, yes. Don't forget, he played in the finals. Not like he ended up in the group stage. You know, he played in the finals. So you can't just leave him off. He won a medal in that Nations Cup. So that means that he won the trophy with his club. He's there in the country and in the club. So you can't just rate Hakim over him. And his goals and assists also speak for him.
Yeah.
Understand? So the award was well deserved. That is the normal thing what is supposed to be. So next to a young man, he's also going ahead, going well. And I remember that he was also invited with Atani Abraham. You guys can do the mathematics now.
Yes.
Atani Abraham was also invited to Nigeria to play for Nigeria. The mother was invited. Look at him now. He is the happiest man now. He is progressing now.
Nigeria can make you happy.
Is it? You know, Bishop more no go there because you get players say they send letter to where they beg. They literally beg them to come play for Nigeria. They refuse.
You know when I went there, sorry. Many of them thought that coming to play for Nigeria is always the and the sadness. You don't blame them, but I didn't have to speak to them that it's not always like that.
Definitely not.
You can still come and play for Nigeria and still have success in your career. You get?
Yes.
Like even when he said play for Nigeria, when his career now was slow. Because you know he played for left hand. He said it 4 years ago. You can't check what happened to him 4 years ago. He was nobody. He was something to play for. So look at the guy now. Understand?
All right.
So for me, he did very well.
Did very well. Thank you.
You are trying for the big city, John. I just want to remind you that. Manchester City.
I'm here for you. Nothing they happen. We'll bounce back.
Thank you very much. Okay, in the Bundesliga, Bayer Leverkusen won that game in the weekend 2-0. So they are doing well. Bayern Munich losing 2-1 was a surprising result. And Dortmund and Hoffenheim played out a 1-1 draw. That's the three big boys in the Bundesliga. If you look at that table, in the Bundesliga even though Bayern Munich was unbeaten before that game, but I was surprised they lost that game. I don't know if because Hurricane is injured. But let's take this final call before we talk about that. Hello, good morning.
Hello. Yeah, I come back.
Okay.
If you see enter the way they punish last year yesterday, I was very, very surprised.
Okay.
I said it. I think I can fight Russia.
Okay.
And for the rest, if they like, they can continue to draw. What to me was that they defeated Manchester City.
Okay.
They are drawn with City to give City small chance in Champions League.
Okay. Oh boy.
It shows that City don't have any respect of anything again.
All right, thank you.
And for Barcelona, I predicted what happened to Barcelona. And the same way I'm predicting that what happened to Barcelona is going to happen to Chelsea.
All right.
But the FC.
Time during the season, they will become very, very inconsistent. And it doesn't get better for Barcelona because Yamal is out injured for 1 month.
Yes.
They are greater.
Mm.
So it will not get any better. They will continue to lose and lose.
Okay, thank you.
They drop out. You don't even know the way they drop out of Champions League sport.
All right, thank you very much. Okay, in the league, in the Bundesliga, is Bayern Munich still stay fourth after 14 games with 33 points. Bayer Leverkusen are gradually pushing up the table. They are second with 29 points, just 4 points behind Bayern Munich, so they should watch their back. Third is Frankfurt, and fourth is RB Leipzig. In Ligue 1, let's talk about only one game in Ligue 1. Is the big game that happened is PSG and Lyon. They played in the weekend, but Lyon winning that game. PSG winning that game 3-1. I think it's a good result for. And if the other game, our own title contender that we think that we're going to contest for the title is Marseille. Marseille is not actually pulling their weight in this year, but Lyon, PSG winning Lyon 3-1. I think it's a good result for PSG.
Well, good result for PSG. Going into that game, knowing what they want to play like and scoring their goals is just what I want. It's now this man has. If I say waiting that they do am before now from village, you don't go beg village people. They don't use them because you have two top strikers on the bench.
They are saying that one have to go.
You don't understand. It's not about
have to go in the January.
It's not about one have to go. You have two top strikers on the bench. For you to get the best value for a player, you need to play him.
Play the players.
Because by the time you can't expect to play you can't expect to put a player on the bench and people want to come out and do a bidding war on him.
Nobody is going to do that.
But when you play him, definitely people will come in. Market value will rise.
Okay, if you look at that game, they won 3-1. If you look at the table, PSG stay first with 37 points. Marseille second with 30 points. Monaco third with 30 points. And Lille have 27 points after 15 games. They are the top 4 in the Ligue 1. Okay, this is how we're going to end in today's show. Thank you for joining us today's show. Tomorrow, the Carabao Cup is happening in England tomorrow. Arsenal are playing. Other clubs are playing tomorrow. So tomorrow we're going to preview games happening tomorrow in the Carabao Cup. Thank you for joining us. Thank you for joining us on our YouTube channel too. Remember, we are live every day on YouTube at Volt FM Sports. Join us every day. Drop your comments. I will be reading your comments live here in the studio. So I'll be seeing you tomorrow. Here we talk football. And remember, it's the Christmas season. Let's share love, let's share happiness, and let's hope that Nigeria gets better next year. Happy Christmas in advance, guys.
Hello, Enugu, and welcome to Volt 104.